you.
Hey everybody, here get another one. Today we're to watch Horror Games I Could Easily Survive 3. So I was unaware that this video was gonna come out today because I literally just watched the second one like yesterday for a video as of me recording this anyway. But I was saying it earlier, the fact that is I am more than likely gonna end up playing a horror game. I don't want to though. But I know in my soul that I'm gonna end up having to do it because I'm gonna get more into playing video games. And I know with that being said, there's gonna be people suggesting FNAF, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I ever play horror games, I need to be getting paid by YouTube first. That's the bar. So if you want me to really play FNAF and watch me cry and have nightmares and just have panic attacks, if you just want me to go through that, then you're gonna have to make the watch hours go up and subscribe, because that's the only way you're ever gonna get it. And I'm not playing with that of y'all. But hey, let's get into this. All right, off rip, FNAF. Which one is this? FNAF 3, I think. Yeah, no.
You know, I've said this before.
No.
When it comes to scary entertainment,
oh, I hate eyes.
But what if we took it a step further? What if instead of playing these games and controlling
Excuse me?
we went for that full immersive experience and we're in the games?
No.
Would we survive?
No.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. Today,
Okay,
ladies
then.
and gentlemen, once again,
heck?
we gonna be going
What?
over some horror games I could easily survive. And I don't got no time to spare. Y'all know what we do. Strategy, game plan, thought process.
And all will
course,
fail.
Some of the ones that I can't.
No. I saw this one the other day. I'm not doing it.
A lot of y'all may know that I've gone over this series before, but in case you don't know it, Fears to Fathom is like any other horror game series, except these games are based on true stories. And not like The Conjuring based on a true story where they exaggerate everything, like a pencil will fall and they'll be like, "It was a demon!" Nah, I'm talking real stories with real events submitted by real people. And that makes these games automatically way scarier than other games. Last time I went over
you can
one
get
of
the
these,
bad
I did
ending.
Carson House, which is about, spoiler alert,
The bad
about
ending
your
will probably be the
pet
only
breaking
ending.
into your crib and trying to kill you. I know, relatable. So this time I decided I'll go over the
Wow,
latest
okay
installment
then.
of
I don't know what life you
Fears to
live,
Fathom,
Derek.
Episode 5, Woodbury Getaway. In this one, we play as this girl who's planning a cabin trip with her buddies, and since it takes place in 2007 and Airbnb didn't exist yet, they rent
My
this
brother was
cheap
born
spot
that
through
year.
a website like back in the good old days.
Private
But
cabin in
on the way up there,
Woodsbury.
stuff gets a little weird. First off, one of the two friends that was coming on the trip with you starts running late, so you're stuck alone with your other friend, which you may be like, "Oh, how was that bad?" The other friend is a dude, which wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't a dude who clearly likes you. Yeah, and he's not sort of discreet about it either. He's one of those "where my hug at" dudes. Type of dude to smell the top of your head when he hugs you and stuff. So you know that's already bad. Then the area the cabin is in,
Yeah, I can
the
see where this is
locals are just
going.
weird, and I'm not even saying that because they're all chopped. Like, you know, they're nice.
Yes.
Weirdly
like
nice.
I'm not playing a game where the person's face looks like someone looked on daggone Google Images, found pictures of people, and just stretched and cropped their faces over the character model. That's how you know they're not to be messed with.
It's like, you know what I'm talking about? That ever happened to y'all? You go to another state or city and everyone there just seems off. That junk is scary. I remember one time I was in Pennsylvania visiting a friend. And
Like,
we
bro, if
stopped
I
at the
ever
mall,
in my
and it
life
was
driving
the
down a road that
weirdest
looks
thing.
like that, I'm
in
not
the
stopping
mall,
until I
right?
reach
And
home.
These dudes walking past me are like smiling at me and greeting me and stuff. Like, ugh. I thought I was in the mall, not Chick-fil-A, bro. Keep it pushing. And just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder for our main character, when they arrive at the cabin, they find the owner of the crib just chilling there. Yeah, like imagine your Airbnb host is just kicked up.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? I don't want to do this. God, Lord in heaven, please. Y'all saw what that alone did to me. What do you think is gonna happen when Foxy comes in and rams me outside that door? I don't want to do this. I'm scared. I don't
About the
want
spot
to
you
do
went to
this.
talking about some, oh my bad.
I don't even know if y'all heard that
Are we serious?
scream,
This one 99
or
a
if the
night
thing
gets
picked
us?
the
Or at
mic,
least that's who
but
they
that was
thought
that was
the
a
owner of the
legitimate
crib.
scream.
Because after our friend leaves to go get our other friend who was running late, we're left
No.
alone with this host. And after we receive a message from the host
Run.
while he's right in front of us, we realize This guy is not the host. Yup, Woodbury Getaway is about a stranger infiltrating your cabin without you even realizing it. Which is kind of like the
Get away
last
from
one we
me,
did,
please.
but he was already in there, so it's different. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with this time. And I'm gonna be honest. This is just too easy. You telling me my opposition in this one is an old man who, let's be honest, is homeless. He's illegally staying in someone else's crib. He's homeless. And what? Has a hammer for a weapon? Oh, please. At least the one from the last game was a meth head, so she had like, you know, some extra durability. But this dude is a regular. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save myself the time and the energy and do what the girl should have done when she found out this guy was a phony. If I was in this, the second I get a text message from the actual host while this phony host is right in front of me, I'ma simply be like, excuse me, let me go to the bathroom real quick. And I'm texting my weirdo friend to come back immediately. He gonna come rushing back because, you know, he like me or whatever. And at the same time, I'll tell the actual host to call the cops just like in the game. And after that, it'll be happily ever after. I'll be Gucci Kabuchi. Energy saved, time saved, and I didn't even break a nail.
No, no, no. This granny and everything that she is. No. I'm not fighting this woman that's like, ain't she like 7 feet tall? Even at that. No. Also, isn't she built like Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals? I'm not getting hit with that choke thing that she has in her kit. I'm not doing that.
I know I had to bring it back. Once again, we got Resident Evil, but this time, Resident Evil 8. If you don't know this one,
I don't care what number it has. I'm not doing it.
Where after saving our girl, we finally settled down and had a baby. Oh my goodness, can I get an applause? Can I get an applause? But although things started off good, we know something gotta go down. And this one might have one of the craziest intros to a game I've ever seen.
What happened?
In the first 2 seconds of this one, my wife, the mother of my child, the woman I hold so dear and cherish so much, gets gunned down immediately. And me and my baby both get kidnapped. Yup, and just like the last game, I'm tasked
all
with
that work
rescuing
for
my
the last
baby.
one
But
just for her to
instead of it
die
being
right
from a
there.
Louisiana home,
It's bullcrap.
it is a whole castle. Yeah, just keep the baby, bro. At this point, I'ma just do a full reset. Do you know what I went through in Resident Evil 7 to get my girl back? Just to see her get mowed down right in front of me? Yeah, just keep it, bro. I already dealt with them hillbillies. You think I'm gonna go and rescue someone from a castle now? What you think I look like, Mario? I don't even know that baby that well
the same
for me to go
joke.
face off against a freaking fish monster,
Oh.
a doll maker. Yeah, I know how I feel about dolls. A lady who's practically a vampire, which I don't mind this one that much.
No,
and no joke,
don't
a
fall
dude
for
who
it.
can manipulate metal.
Who the heck?
Yeah.
Why does he
They
have
got me
Thor's
facing off
hammer?
against freaking Magneto. And that ain't even including the little minions running around and the final boss. Keep the baby, bro. I'm surviving.
Was that an angel? Was that like what an angel looks like in real life? No. If you are a hunter in Dead by Daylight, you are one of the sickest individuals to ever do it, bro. You have to be a sadistic man incarnate to want to kill people the way that you are doing. I've seen some of the craziest kills in Dead by Daylight. These people are sick. And would I play it too? I would if I wasn't so scared. Or maybe it's those things where when you play it with your friends, it's more funny than scared. But still, no, bro. I can't.
Now this game is probably the most different one out of all of them. Yeah, it's a survival game.
Because you could be
like the
fighting
last
whoever the
one,
heck they put in the
being chased by a killer.
game.
But the thing about this game is, these dudes got everybody and their mama on the roster.
Yes,
I'm
it's
talking
the
Chuck,
biggest
Michael
problem.
Myers, Ghostface, Leatherface,
You go from having to deal with
Pinhead,
Chucky to
Pyramid
dealing
Head,
with some
Jigsaw, the Ring
demon.
Girl, Freddy Krueger, a Xenomorph, and a Demogorgon. Like, are we serious? A Demogorgon? Y'all already had a Xenomorph.
Yes.
And to make things worse, this is already on top of their very own roster.
Freaking Xenomorphs are just Demogorgons on steroids.
How am I supposed to hang? I know my strategies be elite, but if these dudes jump me, I won't even have time to think. But luckily for me, the game isn't played like that. In the game, yeah, there's hella killers, but you face them one at a time. So with this knowledge, now do I stand a chance?
No.
No. Because even if you do manage to outrun these dudes, the only way to leave the airs in this game is to fix 5 generators, which is like,
Yeah, I don't know how to be able to think a mechanic.
Swing a baseball bat, maybe run a deli, but fix a generator? Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Yeah, this is looking like a loss. And I know once the other 3 people I'm with get murked, there's a little hatch that opens up that you could escape through. But that's only if you find it. And I never did. Even in my most consistent era of playing this game, which was, I don't know, 2018, I would never find a hatch. So I'm not banking on that. I'm sorry. This was a loss, y'all. Don't get it twisted, though. I ain't saying I'm losing to all the killers. Now when there's people like Chucky and Ghostface running around, you know they're getting whooped. But a majority of them, yeah,
no.
They got it.
No, I don't even know what this game is, and it's a no.
I'm not gonna lie, this may sound crazy, but this might be my favorite horror game ever. So be prepared for the yap. Until Dawn is a decision-based horror game where we follow this group of teens or young adults who are staying at a ski lodge. Pretty dope trip, I gotta do it.
No.
But after playing
who lives in environments like this?
Friends, it kinda sorta maybe leads to her and her sister's death. Yep. Bodies never found. But it's not over, because after these tragic losses, they get the bright idea to come back again the next year. Yeah, 2 of their closest friends.
Who goes to locations like this willingly?
So, we bringing Uno next time, or? But this time when they returned to the lodge, stuff was different. Because this time, there was not 1, not 2, but 3 potential killers after them.
If someone gets pulled like that away from you that fast, let me go back real quick.
This time, there was not 1, not 2, but 3 potential.
That person got yeeted at freaking flash speed force levels of speed. That's when you know that you messed up. Who goes to locations that look scary in the night? I would say this right now, every place that I've ever lived, every person's house that I've ever stayed at, I could walk outside, look at the house, and it would not look like it was made to be a horror movie, horror anything location. The only debatable place would be is my grandparents' house. And that's only because their house is in a neighborhood that's just surrounded by trees. Like it's like house there, like trees, house there, trees, and the houses aren't even that far from each other, bro. Like it's not fair.
Killers after them. Who are they?
The only place that I would consider being a horror location is their home.
Or service on their phone.
And even then, their home is a chill location.
So yeah, this won't be easy, but I always find a way. Before I even get to my strategies though, and yes, strategies, because I have multiple, I gotta make a few things clear when it comes to what we're facing in this game. Because when I said we're going up against 3 potential killers, I kinda lied, Because in the game, 2 of the killers ain't even like really killers. They're more like misunderstood. One is Josh, who's the brother of the sister that died.
I don't care what they are.
And to me, if you actually did want to murk the whole cast, except Sam and Chris, I'd understand. You think you're just gonna indirectly kill my sisters and it's gonna be peaches and roses? Nah. Still, I wouldn't want him to, but I'd understand. Instead, though, he takes on this Fugazi Jigsaw personality to prank them back. And the other is the flamethrower guy, who is not very well kept, but he's not a bad guy. As a matter of fact, he's actually trying to take out the real problem in this game, the Wendigo. A skinny, ugly, bald
the heck is
monstrosity. Hella strong, hella durable, hella fast, can imitate people's voices, and its only weakness is fire. This thing is a problem. And while you may be thinking, well, on the bright side, you only gotta worry about the 1 Wendigo, right? There are 14 of these things.
Bro, that's about dangerous as many freaking aliens from Quiet Place are on this planet. And they managed to wipe out most of the human race. I'm not 1v14ing nobody. Okay, a 6 died, technically 8. I still don't care.
Not just all roaming around. I don't want to make it seem that crazy. But if I made the wrong choices and ran into the wrong building, I could run into them. So yeah, This just went from difficult to extremely difficult. But I think I'll be good. I mean, not to brag, but I'ma brag. I got the good ending on my first run of the game. Yeah. I did abandon Emily in those mines though. Point is though, I got this. All right, so we already know that in the game, I'm gonna have to deal with at least 1 of these lanky dudes. But TBH, I'm not even thinking about that. Cause part of my first strategy is realizing all this stuff only started happening after that dang prank. If you ain't know, all this stuff only happened because the main cast of the game pretty much pranked her friend Hannah by convincing her that the guy she wanted, Mike, was down to get down, if you get what I'm saying. But when she got in the room and found out it was a setup, she ran out the lodge, leading to her sister running after her and both of them, dying. And this junk pisses me off to this day, cause bro, Talk about over dramatic.
Exactly.
You were humiliated, you were embarrassed, but running out into the snowy woods with no
Stupid. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you this right now, okay? Oh my god. If someone does this to me, at most it's embarrassing, all right? After that, y'all can make fun of me for as long as y'all want. I'm not running out of the house. Mind you, if I go out the house, I'm not going further than just walking out the door. I'm not gonna run full speed into who God knows where to avoid confrontation. Why would you do that?
coat during a blizzard? What you think? You in a movie? Oh, here he goes blaming the victim. Is Hannah really that innocent though? Really? I'm not saying what happened to her was deserved. I'm not saying that. But that guy she liked wasn't like some rando or something. It was one of her best friend's boyfriend. And I can only speak for guys.
Exactly.
I don't know if you got something like this. Y'all can let me know if y'all do. But
I said like I
guys
knew
have
what
a
the
rule for
context
these
was. No, I don't know.
And it goes something like this. You don't do that. So honestly, a prank is calm compared to what I've seen other people get for doing the same thing. But I will say, where they dragged it was the whole recording thing. I was like, mother, is that a selfie stick? The point is, all this happens because these dudes wanted to prank her and record her. Whether Hannah was being over dramatic or was innocent or whatever, doesn't matter in this situation. Because if I was in the game, this wouldn't happen at all. And that's my first strategy. If I was in the game, I would have caught off the prank. Put the selfie stick down, Matt. All of this could have been prevented if they just had a simple conversation. And the funny part is, the girl who orchestrated this prank wasn't even the girl that was dating Mike. It wasn't Emily, it was Jessica, the girl who ends up taking Mike from Emily later. So what was the point in all this? That's like me snitching on you because you attempted to go rob a bank, and then I go rob that bank. Yeah, strategy one, I'm
can't trust your own friend for nothing.
I did those other stuff, bullying is just not in my nature. Unless I'm on the game, I'm a pretty nice guy. But let's say all this stuff
can't trust a weapon, bro. You can't.
Come back to the cabin the next
no, I'm just playing.
How am I gonna do with Josh playing Fugazi Jigsaw and a window? Well, that's also pretty simple. Here comes my second strategy. We know that Josh only got a chance to play Psycho Killer so well because he was left alone.
That's like you're coked out Pete Davidson.
I'm there, not a single person is leaving that crib on my watch. It's true. I don't care how bad Jesse and Mike want to get one in or how bad Emily wants to get her bag. No one is leaving the lodge until we get them lights on. Once we do, they can go die in the mines or on the mountain if they want to.
Also, why would you get it on when your friends are in the house?
Everyone forced into an Airbnb. Joshua over here won't risk doing any of that stupid jigsaw stuff. Oh, but what about the Wendigo? You don't even gotta worry about that, because this plan kills two birds with one stone. Because after we get the lights on, the Wendigo won't even come near the crib. Why? Well, because from what we know, they only hunt at night. Meaning, the light during the day probably affects their vision. Meaning, a huge source of light like this house would be a turn off for the Wendigo. So just light that whole thing up and not the electricity bill. Good. Wendigo gonna have to hold another L. She ain't eating me. It's just that easy, y'all. It really is.
What the heck is that?
A lot of y'all asked for this one. Mouthwashing is a horror game where we follow this crew aboard a spaceship who are stranded after some idiot on board caused their ship to crash. And with no one coming to save them and barely any supplies,
but don't be a daggone, don't be a xenomorph.
And hella mouthwash. Boom. We got the whole setup. Now, before I continue, let me just say, this game is one of the most disturbing
I don't like all the eyes
I've ever experienced. Like, I don't know why I only thought movies could get this disturbing, but this game got it. And just like Dead by Daylight, this game is different than the rest of them. And not because of some difficulty thing, although it is pretty difficult.
Never play games where the characters look this chopped.
The whole game, we're always the bad guy. If we're not playing as Jimmy, who, if you don't know, I might as well be the devil. Like, he's a terrible guy. And an idiot. Actually, the same.
They look like SMG4 mods for human characters, bro.
Isn't as bad as Jimmy, but bro, this man is the GOAT of doing nothing. I just can't be either of the main characters in this game. I refuse to. So for this scenario, let's just say I'm a part of the crew instead. What am I gonna do to get out this situation? I mean, what can I do? The ship is destroyed. We don't got much besides mouthwash. And if we step outside, it's space. So we're dead. What I will do though, even if I am gonna go out, I'm not gonna let this bum, stupid
Dang.
Jimmy wastes
What did he
any
do?
more of our precious oxygen on his ship. Forget all these time skips. Day 0 after the crash, me and Swansea paying Jimmy over here a visit and packing him up. After that, me and the rest of the crew could just slowly go out. Cause
Wow.
hey, at least Jimmy's gone. Mouthwashing though, yeah, this is a loss.
What the heck is that?
Parasocial is another Chili as our
Y'all
horror game,
can't
just like
tell,
the
but
first
I'm
time around.
aggressively
But
holding
instead of
on to
playing
the
as a
volume
barista,
button of this
time we
daggone
play as a
headphone
female
system.
Streamer. Yup, all my Discord members, your dream has finally been fulfilled. Derica FDB is finally real. Kick your headphones and all.
Wow.
But being a female streamer ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Cause yeah, I already know some of y'all gonna be like, what you mean? You could just boot up a hot tub stream and run up some donos. Nah,
No.
it ain't that sweet. I mean,
Didn't someone
I
get
could do
harassed
that.
at a
But
daggone
my point is, there's things
TwitchCon or
that
something?
come with it. Whether you're playing into the meta or just being regular, as a female streamer, you gotta be careful. Cause them same dudes donating, spamming W's, you know, tier 3 sub for 4 years,
Are
could
doing
be the
this.
same ones thinking you their girlfriend and following you home. And that's exactly what this one's about.
Oh boy.
Parasocial relationships. Meaning, we got another stalker on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. So that should be easy, right? Just pop my domain like I did last time and I win. Nah, cause in this game, it's a bit more elaborate than that. You see, the stalker in this game has multiple chances to get me. But for some reason,
boy,
he don't.
please.
He sees me at the
Please.
store, he sees me in the elevator. The dude even gets into my apartment and he don't do nothing. What is wrong with you? What, you just stalking me for the love of the game, for sport?
Yes.
Try and kill me already. This dude
For
even
real.
pulls up on me in the coffee shop and starts watching my VODs right next to me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if one of y'all pulled this on me, just expect to get popped or the authorities called on you immediately.
Yes.
I'm not playing. But the point is, this dude is just not doing anything. Instead, what he'll do is he'll pull up to my stream and say all this weird stuff in my chat. Like, what is going on? Y'all know I don't stalk people often, so I don't know too much. But this isn't regular stalker activity. He would have struck by now. So what is going on? Well, it turns out, while you do have a stalker, it's not actually a tier 15 sub from your streams. It turns out, it's your ex. And not just him, but someone he hired to stalk you. His uncle who's pretending to be a cop so you don't go
What?
to them. And his mama who's pretending to be the building manager to monitor
Why is the
you.
family on this?
He got his mama in this. And he's doing all so he can look like a hero when he comes to save you from your stalker and get back with you. I know, insane. And while I am pretty smart, you know, I know big words, homeostasis, I don't think I would figure this out. So then how would I deal with this? Well, after some thinking, it hit me. Bro, I'm a streamer, a female streamer. Sorry, I just like doing that effect. It has nothing to do with it. But I'm a streamer, a pretty successful one at that. 2K live viewers, that's pull. And that pull
Wow.
is gonna be what wins me this one. Imagine this. The stalker, after successfully following me around for the day, tuned into my stream to torment me and send me some more cryptic messages or whatever. As soon as I see his messages pop up on the feed, all he gonna hear is, yo, chat, find out where this guy lives. His heart gonna
Yep,
immediately
air him out.
drop to his ankles. And considering my viewers are Japanese,
Freaking
I have
sniper-
no doubt they'll
sniper
find
wolf
every
this
drop
man.
of info about this man. And that ain't even racist. Japan got one of the highest average IQs, so back
Yep.
off. In fact, they'll find so much info that my ex will have no choice but to call off his little ruse. And then he'll leave me alone. No
Yep.
violence, no bloodshed, just a little intimidation of one of his employees, and he'll realize the power this VTuber holds. Only downside is I'll probably get banned if I'm streaming on somewhere like Twitch and lose my livelihood for a little. And before you say, oh, but you could just tell me you're being stalked and felt unsafe. You think Twitch cares about their streamers' safety?
Nope.
Nope, but Parasocial, I'm surviving. That was pretty much all the horror games I wanted to go over this time, and y'all know what to do. Comment down below the ones you guys think I was wrong.
I'm not surviving none of it. And with that being said, y'all can like look at how bad I got scared during this video. The volume for me was so insanely low. I had to make sure that my finger was on this little scroll thing to make sure I could hear it enough to get the commentary. That's how bad I am. You saw me get jump scared 2 to 3 times. Do you think I'm surviving Five Nights at Freddy's? No. And with that being said, hope you have a good day and God bless.
Yeah, boy.